Today we are going to keep going on AutoCAD and we are going to learn the command for drawing circles and arcs and also make all different layers. So first of all, you can open a new file. Okay, create a new file here. Okay, open a new file. Okay, and so create a new layer. Are you guys doing it with me? Okay, especially for the students who didn't get it right. Okay, so create a new layer and call it as a line. So create a new layer here. Okay, so once again, so layer properties, click on that and create a new layer. Okay, and call it as line. Okay, call it as line, then hit enter. Okay, hit enter. Okay, and then you double click the front. So this this shape here. So right now it 0 is checked. So double click here. So this layer is selected. Okay, so you're on the line layer. So that is going to be the line command. So I'm going to briefly go over our class example last time. Okay, so click on the line command, then type in 0, 0. Okay, 0, 0. You don't need to move your cursor somewhere, just type in 0, 0. Okay, and so move to your cursor somewhat to the right. And do you guys still remember the grammar of length and angle? Do you still remember the grammar? Length less than angle. Do you still remember? Length less than angle. Okay, so the first line, the length is 5.5. Then you type in 5.5 less than. So the angle is 0 degrees. So you type in 0. Okay, 5.5 less than 0. Then hit enter. Okay, and if you want to move up, if the length is 2.5, okay, then you do 2.5. The less than angle is going to be 90 if you want to move straight up. Okay, you want to move straight up, then angle is 90. So 2.5 less than 90. Okay, and if you want to move to the right with the length 2.5, then you type in 2.5. Okay, then the length is 0. If you move straight to the right, the length is 0. The angle is 0. Agree? So type in 0, then enter. Okay, so the procedure will look like this. Okay. Okay. So, and now let's look at our homework problem. So we are going to start the line command. A line command. Okay. So first is 0, 0. Okay, 0, 0. Then you want to move to the right. Okay, move to the right. What's the length? 2.25. Okay. And what is the angle? Move to the right, so it's 0. Yes, great. So you're going to type in 2.25 less than 0. Okay, 2.25 less than 0. Okay. And if you want to terminate the command, the line command, then you can hit ESC. Okay, you can hit ESC if you want to be out of the line command. So after this, we want to move up. Okay, move up here. What's the length for this line? Yes, 1.768. And what about the angle from here? 45 degrees. Okay, so our command is going to be 1.768 less than 45. Okay, so you can go back here, then start the line command again. If you're out, then type in 1.768 less than 45. Then hit enter. Okay, and the next one is going to be moving this direction. Then the length is 2.50. Then what about the angle? From this point, what is the angle, everyone? 135, right? So you draw a cross here. Okay, so the angle is here. So here to here is 135. So it's 0.25 less than 135. Okay, so then we type in 0.25 less than 135. Okay, less than 135. Okay, I typed it wrong apparently. So I'm going to delete this, select that, and then delete that. Then line command start off here. That's 0.25 less than 135. Okay, in the next one we want to move straight to the left. Okay, straight to the left. Okay, the length is 1.188 on your drawing. Okay, so the drawing, so length is 1.188. What about the angle? 180, right? So it's from here to here is 180 degrees. Okay, so go back here, then the length is 1.188 less than 180. Okay, less than 180. Then hit enter. Okay, in the next line, we're going to move straight down. Okay, this line here, we're going to move straight down. Okay, so the length is 0.25. What about the angle from here to here? Yes, it's 270. Are you guys still with me? Yeah, okay, for this problem, almost everybody with me, but always have a lot of people made mistake for some reason. Okay, so the length is 0.25, okay, 0.25 less than 270, okay, 0.25 less than 270, then hit enter, okay, hit enter, okay. In the next line, we're going to go here. So the length is 0.625. What about the angle? So it's going to be 270 plus 45. Are you agree with me? So it's from here, then it's 270, okay, plus another 45, okay, which is 270, 325. No, 270, 315, 315. Okay, 315. So go here, then the length is 0.625 less than 315. Okay, 315. Hit enter. Okay. In the next line, we're going to go here. Okay, the length is 0.5. See it? 0.5. Okay, what about the angle? From here to here, which is going to be 180 plus 45. Agree? Yes, that's right. So it's 225, right? So 180 plus another 45, which is 225. Okay, so go here, then it's 0.5, 0.5 less than 225. Okay, less than 225. Okay, then we're going to go up, which is this line. Okay, so the length is 1.625. Okay, what about the angle from here to there? The angle. 135 again. Agree? So you draw a cross here. Okay, so from here to there is 135. Is 135. Okay, so the length is 1.625. Okay, 625 less than 135. Then hit enter. Okay, in the next line, you want to have this one. The length is 0.75. Okay, 0.75. And the angle, what about the angle? So it's going to be 180 plus 45. Does that make sense? People sitting in the back? Does this make sense to you? So the angle here is 180 plus another 45, okay, which is 225. Okay, so the length is 0.75 less than 225. And hit enter. And then we're going to move straight down. The length is 0.75. Is 0.75 less than the angle is 270. Right? The angle is 270. Does that make sense to you? 270. Okay, then hit enter. Then you're going to move to the left. You don't need to worry about the length because we haven't learned it yet. You can just go to give me any random line and hit ESC after you're done. Okay. Hit ESC, escape key after you're done. Then this is the answer. This is the answer. Okay. And after that, so there are easier ways to do this problem. Okay, so the reason I haven't taught you because I want you to learn the coordinates things. Because sometimes you do need this method. So I want you to learn that. Okay, but besides that, so I'm going to delete it. I'm going to delete this. Okay, and I'm going to make the line thicker so you can see it better. Okay. So now I'm going to introduce a new function that is called a snap. So down here, the snap is called restrict a cursor to specify the angle. So this function here, see it? So click on it. Oh, actually, so click on the drop down arrow next to it first. So the drop down arrow next to it first. And select 45, 90, 135, 180, the second function. So select that. Okay, and after that, so I'll turn on this function. Okay, turn on this function. Okay, have this function on. So in this case, if you realized, so in our problem, they are all 45 degrees or 135 or 225. So they are all the multipliers of 45 degrees. Okay, so by having this function, you will no longer need to type in an angle. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, so we are going to redo this problem. Okay, we are going to redo this problem. Okay, so this function here, have it on. Okay, so now we are going to go back to the line command again. Okay, go to line command here again. Then type in 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, then yeah, just make sure that you have the dynamic input on here as well. Okay, so right now if you hover your mouse there, you'll realize that they can snap 45 degrees like this, 0 degrees like this, okay, 45, okay, and then 90 degrees, and 135 degrees. Do you see it? So they can snap all these multipliers of 45 degrees. Okay, so now we only need to type in the length. Okay, so the first length is the 2.25. So you type in 2.25, then enter. Okay, 2.25, enter. Then you can hover your mouse to about 45 degrees position. Okay, snap to the 45 degrees. Then just type in the length with 1.768. Okay, 1.768. Okay, 1.768. Then hit enter. Okay, and go up. So it will snap 135 degrees. It will snap 135 degrees. Then you tap in the length 0.25. Okay, 0.25. Okay, 0.25. Okay, then you snap to the left. Okay, snap to the left with 1.188. Okay, 1.188 as the length. Then hit enter. Okay, and you are going to move down, and the length is 0.25. Okay, so snap it down. So with the length 0.25. Then hit enter. So once again 0.25. Okay, and snap to the about minus 45 degrees. Okay, about minus 45 degrees. Then you tap in 0.625. Okay, 0.625. Then hit enter. Okay, and then you move to about minus 130 degrees, which is 225 degrees, and the length is 0.5. Okay, the length is 0.5. Okay, the length is 0.5. Okay, and then you move up to this direction. It's 135 degrees. Okay, and the length is 1.625. Okay, 1.625. Okay, 1.625. Okay, then you move to the 225 degrees, which is minus 135 degrees. Okay, 2.25. Then the length is 0.75. Okay, 0.75. 0.75. Now we are going to move downward. So it's going to be 0.75. Okay, the length is 0.75. Okay, the length is 0.75. Okay, and since we can snap, then now we can move to the left. So once again, we haven't learned this yet. So just give some extra. Then after you are done, you can hit ESC. You can hit ESC. And today we are going to keep going on the new class. And if you want to save it, then you can. Then I'm going to delete it. Okay, so at first we are going to create all different layers. Okay, so in AutoCAD, as our classes move forward and the shapes they're getting more difficult, you probably want to use all different layers, such as different colors. So they are all solid lines. You could have a different colors and a different line weight, or even different line types, such as construction lines, such as center lines, and all something like that. So we're going to create more layers. Okay, so go to the layer property here. Okay, so click on the layer property. Okay, so instead of call it as a line, we're going to call it as a solid line, underscore white. Okay, with a white color. So I'm going to double click it. Okay, double click the name. Okay, then you should be able to rename it. Okay, so you should be able to rename it. And I'm going to call it solid line. Solid line underscore white. So it's white color. Okay. Then just click on somewhere, then it will be out of the name. Then the color looks right to me, and the line type is continuous. I'm good with that too. Then I'm going to put my mouse, so still get the solid line white that's selected, and create a new one. So if you click on this, then create a new one, and the new one will be copied from here. So I'll copy this layer, then I'll select this first, then create a new one. Okay, so all the properties, they get copied. All the properties, they get copied. So yes. Yes. Hold on. Let me delete it first.
I was still doing the solid white line.
Yeah, hold on. How to delete? Okay, so click on this first, then create a new one. This one here. Yeah, it's pretty small, but yeah. So all the properties are copied. So don't worry about line weight first. But if you want, you can change it. And we're going to call it as solid line yellow. Okay, solid line underscore yellow. Okay, solid line underscore yellow. And the line color here. Okay, the line color here. So once again, you can expand each of them by double click the space in between. Double click the space in between. So the white color here, I'm going to double click on that and change it to a yellow. Okay, I'm going to this yellow one, partial color blind. Yes, it says yellow. So and say OK for that. Okay. And we're going to create a solid line underscore blue. Okay. So I'll put your mouse here, make sure this is selected, and create a new one again. And it's supposed to be the blue color. Okay. Okay, you are all done and I haven't started yet. Okay. Solid line. Supposed to be a blue. Then change the color here to blue. This blue, yes. Okay, next one we're going to create a center line layer because sometimes we'll need a center line. Okay, so create a new one, then call it as the center line. Okay, center line. Now we are going to change the line type. So actually, for the color, I'm going to keep it as white. White color, which one that is? Okay, and say OK. And for the line type, so I'm going to click on the line type. Okay, click on line type here. Okay, and nothing's there, then you'll click load. Okay, click on load. Okay, click on load. Okay, and you find the center line. So once again, don't use the ISO one. Some of them will not show up on the English version one. So scroll down and find the center. So this is the center. So this is the center line. And also you could use center 2 and the center 2 times or 0.5. But today we just use the center line, the normal one, center line. Then say OK, yes.
Where's the load?
It's here. Okay, so the one no. So click on here, continuous first, then load the one, then select that. Select the line type and say OK. Then it's going to be a center line here, the line type. Okay, and after this, we're going to create a hidden line layer. Okay, hidden line layer. Okay, hidden line. So we're going to create a new one here and call it as a hidden line. H-I-D-D-E-N. Hidden line. Okay, hidden line. And the line type. So double click on the line type here and load and find hidden lines. Hidden. So this is a good one for me. Okay, hidden. Okay, hidden. And say OK. Okay. And make sure you are selecting hidden, otherwise still default as the center line. Then say OK. So this line type should change to a hidden line. Did you get it, everyone? Okay, so last layer, so it's called the construction line. Okay, it's called a construction line. Okay, so create another layer called a construction line. I just call it construct, otherwise it's way too long. Construction line. Okay, so construction line, the line type, I'm going to use a solid line again. So we are going to use different techniques, but so I just Or let's see if we have construction lines here. Yeah, I believe we have. Then you can certainly do a dashed one. Okay, so just do a dashed one, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to do the dashed. Okay, dashed. Okay, then say OK. And dash line, say OK. So they're all different line types.
Are we not going to change the color or the line weight?
No, you just keep it as white. The weight, if you want, then you can change, make it thicker, but you don't have to. I make it thicker so you can see them. And when you make it thicker, they're not going to show up until you do the sandwich button here. So you need to go here, the sandwich button.
Where's the sandwich?
Yeah, the right, the corner below, and turn on the line weight. Okay, turn on the line weight. Then it will show up here, and then click on here again. So click on here, otherwise your line weight will not show up. So first of all, once again, click on the sandwich button and check the line weight here. Yes?
Why do you have to click it twice for it to work?
Because this function means turn up on the toolbar, and second, you need to turn this function on the toolbar. Yeah, so if you don't have that, so it's not on the toolbar, you can't control it.
Okay.
So first of all, you turn on, so it's on the toolbar, so you can turn on and turn off. Yeah, it's confusing, I know. So after that, then you can click, you can close the layer property. Okay, so you can close it. So there are a lot of work by creating layers, and I believe you do not want to create all those layers every time. Okay, so you probably want to save it as a template. Okay, as a template. So every time you can just bring it up instead of keep creating one. Okay, so you want to save it as a template. Okay, so what you can do is you go here, the application button. Okay, application, or maybe you can just do save as here. Okay, just do save as here. Okay, save as. Okay, and under the files tab, so this is AutoCAD. Okay, so all our AutoCAD files are called DWG file, which means drawing. Okay, .dwg file. Do you see it? .dwg. Which means it's an AutoCAD drawing file. And now we're trying to save as a template. So we're going to the file tabs, we're going to select a DWT file, which is for AutoCAD drawing template. Okay, AutoCAD drawing template. Okay, DWT file, which is AutoCAD drawing template. Okay, and you can put it on your flash drive, find the directory. So I'm just going to leave it on my desktop. Okay, desktop. Then you can put it on your flash drive. Then the file name, you can call it as a template. Okay, you can call it as a template. Okay. Then save it. Okay, save it. So all the layers will be there. I gave you a warning, just say OK. Then it's going to be on your flash drive, and my is here. So it's a DWT.
Do you want it to be metric or English?
English is fine. So DWT file. Okay. So in the future, when you open the DWT file, okay, you double click when you open it. When you open it, and you don't want to mess up your template. You want to save your template as, so you do save as first. Every time when you open this template file, so you don't want to mess up all these templates. So when you open, the first thing you want to do is do save as one more time. Okay, do save as one more time. So let's see, today we are going to work on the class exercise. So I'm going to call it as a class exercise. Okay, just call it class, or you can call it a class exercise. Then change the files tab to a DWG file because we're working on the AutoCAD. So DWG file. So make you look more professional. So DWG file. So actually we have a lot of different versions here. And since we're in a university, so we always get the newest version. But in company, they probably don't want to keep purchasing the license. So they probably still have the older version. So keep in mind that if you have the older version, you can always use the newer version to open the older version. But some older version computers will not be able to open the new version. That's why they have all these different versions. Such as your company has AutoCAD 2004, then you probably want to save it as 2004. Otherwise, if you give them a 2018, they will not be able to open. But we're in school, we always have the newest version. So save as DWG file. Okay, DWG file, and call it as class and save it. So now you are working on the file that is called a class. Okay, class. Okay. Okay, and all those layers they are here. Great. We don't need to recreate them. Does that make sense, everyone? Okay. And with that, and we are going to draw some basic shapes. So today we are going to learn circles and arcs. Okay, circles and arcs. Okay, so first of all, the circles they are here. Okay, and before we do them, we want to make sure they are on the right layer. And remember, you don't put anything on layer 0. Okay, you don't put anything on layer 0. Okay, so I'm going to go to the solid line white first. Okay, so select the layer solid line white. Okay, solid line white. Now I'm going to draw a circle. So if you want to draw a circle, if you click on the drop down button here, so circle here, there's a drop down button. Okay, so click on the drop down button. So you have a lot of methods to draw a circle. So you could give a center radius, so give a center of the circle, then give a radius of the circle. Or you could give a center and a diameter of a circle. Or if you could also give 2 points to define the circle, or 3 points to define the circle. Also tangent radius. A tangent radius. So they will give you a circle by 2 tangent points in the radius. Also, you could create with tangent function. So from your math class, so you give any 3 lines as long as they're not perpendicular or all vertical, then the circle is going to be unique. That's why they have a tangent option. So I'm going to show you it later. So this is how you create a circle. So let's create one circle first. Okay, so let's try the first option, center radius. Okay, center radius. So click on center radius. Okay, click on center radius. Okay, you clicked. Oh, what am I gonna do? Well, they will tell you what to do. Okay, so if you bring your command window up, okay, so command window, it was below, so bring it up, okay, and then drag it down with a few lines, okay, so it tells you, specify the center point of the circle, okay, so you're going to type in 0, 0, so you don't have to put your mouse in the cursor here, just type in 0, 0. 0, 0, then hit enter. Okay, then the next question says specify the radius of the circle. Okay, specify the radius of the circle. So let's put a 5 there. Means the radius is 5. Okay, specify the radius of the circle. You type in 5 there. Okay, type in 5 there. Okay, so this is one circle. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Or do we do it one more time?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Okay, great. You have a question? Okay, I'm going to go to you during the break. So hold on, we're going to show you one more thing, then we're going to go to break. Okay, then let's try the center diameter. Okay, so the drop down button here. Okay, the drop down button here. Then do center diameter. Okay, try center diameter. So click on that. So once again, it will tell you specify the center point for the circle. So let's do 0, 0 again. Okay, 0, 0 again. Then says specify the diameter. Okay, mine still says radius. Maybe I checked the wrong thing. So center diameter. Okay, center diameter here. Then it's 0, 0. The center, still radius. Okay.
You're doing diameter. It says diameter.
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, diameter. Okay. So diameter. So let's type in 12. Okay, let's type in 12. Okay, 12. Then you have two circles that are concentric. Okay, they are concentric. In engineering technical drawing, so every time when you have a circle, then you want to have a center line or center mark. Okay, you want to have a center mark. So I'm going to randomly draw a circle. Okay, so click on circle, then randomly draw a circle. Okay, randomly draw a circle. Then I'm going to put it, so I'm going to select the center line. Okay, select the center line. Okay, select the center line layer. Okay, so you could manually draw the center lines, but an easier way to do that is you go to the Annotate tab. Okay, the tab here. So go to the Annotate tab. Okay, go to the Annotate tab. Okay, and there is a center mark in the center line. So center lines are for shapes that are symmetric, and the center mark is for a circle. Okay, so click on the center mark. So once again, you go to the Annotate tab, then click on center mark. Okay, center mark. Then just click on the circle you just drew. Then it will automatically give you a center line. How does this look? Perfect, huh? Okay, then I'm going to go back to the Home tab. So I put both of them on the solid white line. So now you're actually still under the center mark command. Then I'm going to hit ESC. Okay, so so just press the ESC key. So you're out of the center line command. So if you click on this circle, so it's on the solid line white color. So let's say I want to put it on the solid line yellow color. Then I just select the circle, then select the layer. So it's going to be on the other layer. Okay, on the other layer. Okay. Okay, and a similar thing, I probably want to put this circle on the blue layer. Okay, so select this circle, then select the layer, solid line blue. Okay, so you probably can't see it anymore on the board. Oh, you can see it pretty well actually. Okay, and this is how to move the objects to different layers. And then what does all those layers mean? Why do we create all different layers? Well, let's see. So let's say you only want to see the properties on the solid line white. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen if I turn off the yellow line layer. Okay, so there is a light bulb here. So if I click on it, so right now it's on, right? So everything's here. If you click on it, well, it's off. Then everything on the layer solid line yellow will be hidden. Okay, and a similar thing if I don't want to see anything on the blue layer, so I turn that off. So it's not in there anymore. So that's why we want you to use all different layers. Okay, so right now the shapes, they're easier, then you won't see the advantage. But as we move forward, especially when you are on construction major. So they have layers for walls, for doors, for layout, for living room, for everything. So it's a lot easier to use all the layers correctly. Okay, and also when you want to change the color, okay, you always create a new layer. You don't change the properties. Okay, so I'm going to turn everything back on here. Okay, so let's say this is a blue and we want to change it to red. Then you'll create a new layer called red. Okay, so don't just click on it, then go to property and change the color. So don't change there. Don't mess up your layer. Okay, don't change your layer. Create a new layer. And don't just change the properties. So in the future, you will get trouble. So I told my last year's students, and still some people, they did that, and on their projects, and they get some trouble, which I don't know how to fix it later. Because I don't know what layer you're supposed to be. You keep changing back. Okay, so create a new layer all the time. Don't change the properties. Make sense?
Can you repeat again where to click?
Yeah, so if you want to change the color, so you always create a new layer here. You don't change the property.
Well, how do you create a new layer in the drop down?
Here, then you go to layer properties.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
Same as normal. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, now we are going to keep drawing circles with the function that is called a tangent, a tangent, a tangent. Okay, then first of all, I need to go to solid line white. Okay, solid line white, and randomly create 3 lines. Okay, so I'm going to make 3 lines like this. After the first line, I skip, then go to line again. So here and here, then escape. Then go to the third one, about here, and say escape. So 3 random lines. Okay, 3 random lines. Okay, and now I'm going to create the circle. So the circle, I'm going to go here, circle, and go to tangent, tangent, tangent. Okay, tangent, tangent, tangent. So from your math class, then the circle is going to be unique. Okay, so click on tangent, tangent, tangent. Okay, so it says specify the center point for the circle. So you need 3 points. So first I'm going to hover my mouse on this line. So as you can see, there is a tangent symbol. Then click anywhere on the line. Okay, anywhere on the line. Then move to the other line. Then anywhere on this line. Then click on it. Anywhere. Because the answer is going to be unique. And on the third line, you click on anywhere on the third line. So it will give you a circle because the answer is unique. Do we do it one more time? Okay, one more time. Okay, so you go to tangent, tangent, tangent here. Okay, so click anywhere on this line, anywhere here on the line, and anywhere here on the line. So you got a tangent, a tangent, a tangent, a circle. Okay. Okay. The next thing we're going to try tangent, a tangent, radius. Okay, tangent, a tangent, radius. So the answer is unique as well. That's why they have this function. Okay, that's why they have this function. Okay. So let's randomly draw another tool. Not randomly. Okay. So let's draw one line. Okay, one line with the length 15 because you have this snap on. Okay, this snap is still on, so you can get the 0 degrees, right? So you have this on. Okay, this function on. Then the length, let's type in 15. Okay, let's type in 15, then enter. Okay, 15, enter. Okay, and escape. ESC. Okay, escape. Okay, now we're going to draw another line. So another line here. Okay, so click on this point. Okay, this point here. Okay, and we're going to make a 40 degrees. Okay, 40 degrees. Okay, so we would have to use the command we taught you last class. So the length is going to be 14. Okay, length is 14 less than 40. Okay, so 14 less than 40. Okay, 14 less than 40. Then hit enter. So you got the second line. Then hit escape, ESC. And hit ESC. Okay, now we are going to draw a circle in the middle by using tangent radius. And the radius is going to be 6.6. Okay, 6.6. Okay, so let's go to the circle command here. Then go to tangent radius. Okay, tangent radius here. So you specify the first point. So I'm going to hover your mouse so on the bottom line and click on anywhere on the line. Okay, anywhere on the line. So I specify the second tangent point. So I'm going to hover my mouse and I click on any point on the second line. And then it says specify the radius of the circle. So I'm going to type in 6.6. Oh, hold on. The radius. So type in 3.3. I'm sorry. 3.3. Okay, 3.3. Then hit enter. Whoa, we got a tangent radius. Does this make sense to you? Okay, so tangent radius. Okay. Then after that, let's draw more things. Because like we said, we're in mechanical, so everything has to be with the dimension. Okay. So now I'm going to switch it to a solid line yellow. Okay, solid line yellow. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to randomly draw a circle with the diameter 6. Okay, with the diameter 6 units. So go to circle here. Then center diameter. Okay, so click on anywhere around here. Then says specify the diameter. So I'm going to type in 6. Okay, 6. Then enter. Okay, and now I'm going to find some positions. So now I'm going to turn on one snap. Okay, so the snap function here, so it's called the snap cursor to a 2D surface point. So click on the drop down button. So at the bottom, the two bars. Okay, the two bars here, the drop down button. So click on it. So the drop down button here, the toolbar. So you want to check center. Okay, check center. So others doesn't matter. So far, make sure center is checked. Okay, so the drop down button here, center is checked. So after the option is checked, also make sure you turn this function on. Okay, turn the snap function on. Now it's on. If I click again, it's off. Okay, on, off, on. So you want to have it on. Okay, so first of all, so turn on, check the center function first, then have it on. Everybody's good? Okay, so now you should be able to snap the center. Okay, so now I'm going to draw a line. Okay, so I'm going to go to the line command. Okay, go to line command. Says specify the first point. So if you snap the center point, it will not snap the center. So what you need to do is put your mouse on the circle and then move it to the center. Okay, so hover your mouse on the circle, then move it to the center. Then it will snap the center point. Just a snap is not going to work. Okay, so hover your mouse on the circle, then move it to the center. Okay, now you draw a line. Then it should be able to snap the 90 degrees automatically, and you type in the length as 8. Okay, 8 as the length. Okay, 8 as the length. Okay, then you move to the right. Okay, move to the right with the length 6. Okay, with the length 6. Okay, type in 6, then enter. Okay, after you're done, you can do ESC. I did one more line, I'm going to delete it. So you want to delete, just select the line and hit delete. Okay, so and after that, so this is going to be my new center. So I'm going to draw another circle with the diameter 7, and the center is going to be this point. Okay, so I'm going to go to the circle command and go to center diameter. Okay, center diameter. Okay, then this is the center, so click on it. Then the diameter is 7, so type in 7, enter. Okay, so actually I'm using these two lines to find the position of the center. And as we move forward, we're going to use construction lines to make all this position lines. But so far, we just use straight lines. And if you want to move them to the appropriate layer, then you certainly can. Then click on these two lines. Okay, click on these two lines, and they're supposed to be on the construction line layer. Okay, construction line. Then hit ESC, then they're on the construction line. So those two lines are not supposed to show up. Then what you can do is you turn off the construction line. Okay, turn off the construction line layer. Then they're not showing up. Okay, so that's why we create the different layers. So we don't want them to show up, then we turn them off. Okay, and they also have other functions here. So you could turn them on or off, or you could freeze them. Okay, you could freeze them. So freeze means if you freeze the layer, then AutoCAD will forget about that layer. So sometimes the file is too big, and if you freeze the unnecessary layers, you can make your computer run faster. Okay, and that's why they have a freeze function. And turn on, off, just showing it or not, the computer still have a memory on that. If you freeze that, then AutoCAD will forget about that. So we'll save you memory. And also you could lock and unlock the layer. So let's see what's going to happen if I lock the layer. So as a solid line here, a solid line yellow. If I lock the layer, well, they're all grayed out. Okay, then I'm not able to change the dimensions here. I'm not able to delete them. Okay, so especially in construction management, the boundary layer, they usually lock them because they don't want you to randomly change them. Sometimes you Control L, you select them all, then you change the color, change the dimension. You might be accidentally change the boundary layer, which they don't want you to. So the boundary layer, they're important. So they usually lock the boundary layer so you don't change them by accident. Okay, so that's the difference. Anyway, so I'm going to turn that on so I'm able to fix them. So in construction line, okay, it's off. So I'm going to have it on so far. Okay, and now I'm going to draw the third circle that is a tangent with these two circles. Okay, I'm going to draw a circle here that is tangent with these two circles, and that circle will have a diameter 14. Okay, 14. So I'm going to first I'm going to the right layer. I'm going to the white line layer. Okay, the white solid line layer. Then I'm going to go to circle, then do tangent of radius. Okay, tangent of radius. Okay, so select the tangent of radius. So I'm going to click on anywhere here. So on this direction, don't go to the other direction because you might get different answers. So click on anywhere around here as your first tangent point. And says specify another tangent point. So click on anywhere around here. Okay, anywhere around here. Then the third question says specify the radius. So diameter is 7, the diameter is 14, so radius is 7. So type E7 as the radius. Then hit enter. Wow, you got the circle. Okay, And like I said, when you snap, you need to snap somewhere here and somewhere here. Otherwise, you'll get a different answer. So let me show you. So if you do center, tangent, tangent, radius. So if I snap somewhere on this side and somewhere on this side, and the radius is 7, then they're going to give you a circle like this. Okay, and similar thing, if you do a tangent, tangent, radius, if you select the first point somewhere here and the second point somewhere here, then say the radius is 7, and give you a circle like this, because they're tangent, tangent, radius, so nothing wrong. Does this make sense to you? Yes. Okay, so make sure you do the right thing. Then delete that, and I want to delete this as well. Okay, so these are circles, and you could also draw the arcs. Okay, so this is the arc function. Okay, arc function. Okay, so I'm going to draw arc. So there are a lot of options. You could do 3 points. You could do a start, center, end. So click on the start point, the center point, and the end point. And also you could give a start, center, angle. So give a start point, give a center point, and give an angle. So anyway, so I'm going to try the 3 point first. Okay, so click on the 3 point. Okay, and randomly give a 3 points, then draw an arc like this. Okay, and I could also try the start, center, angle. Okay, start, center, angle. So click on that. So the command said start, specify the start point. So I'm going to click on here. Then says specify the center. So I'm going to click somewhere here. Okay, somewhere here. And says specify the angle. Angle. Okay, then I would say 45 degrees. Okay, then type in 45. Then enter. Then you got an arc like this. So start, center, angle. Does this make sense? Okay. And you could also draw an arc with start, center, end. Okay, start, center, end. Okay, start, center, end here. So I'm going to use this function. Then start, I'm going to randomly click on here. Then it says specify the center point. Now I'm going to make it somewhere here. Oh, actually, I'm trying to draw the one that the diameter is 7. Then start is here. Then the center is going to be 3.5, right? Because the radius is 3.5. So I'm going to type in 3.5. Okay, 3.5. Then enter. Okay, and the end, I'm going to snap to the right somewhere here. Did you get it? Or one more time. So 3.5 as the radius. Everyone's good? Okay. Then also you could draw a line with an arc. Okay. So I'm going to draw a line first. Okay, a line. So anywhere get started, then draw a straight line with the length 6. Okay, the length is 6. Okay, and now hit ESC, then draw an arc. Okay, an arc. Okay, I'm going to use a start, center, end. Okay, start, center, end. Okay, so the start point, I'm going to pick this point. The center, I'm going to type in 4.5 because I'm trying to draw the circle or the arc with a diameter 9. So I'm going to type in 4.5. Okay, 4.5. Okay, then the end is. Did I make a mistake? Yeah, I feel like I selected the wrong one. Okay, hold on.
Would you say the first line was supposed to be
anywhere? So snap on this point. So start. Oh, I told you wrong. Yeah, so start. Yeah, I'm right. Start, center, end. So start is going to be this point. The center point is 4.5. The length. And the end point is somewhere here. So you draw the shape like this. Everyone's good? Or we need to do one more time?
Can you do one more time?
Yes, okay. So delete this. So first of all, you draw a line, a random line with the length 6. Okay, so you do arc here, and start, center, end. Okay, start, center, end. So it says specify the start point, then you snap on this point. Then says specify the center point, then you type in the length of 4.5. Okay, 4.5. Then enter. Then the end that says specify the end point, and then you snap it here. So you draw a shape like this.